Thank you. Drag this over here.
We're making dusting. I mean, oil.
There we go. That was wrong. Shake that out. Get this fit an angle to where you guys can see what's going on. Get the old laptop set up over here where I can actually communicate with you guys. Cool? Yeah, keep playing with it, bro. Alright. Kevin Ellis, what's up, brother? I'm turning some fogwood, some found on ground wood. Make sure I get the laptop over here set up. That way I can see y'all's comments while this thing's sitting in here. This is a chunk of walnut. I don't think it's dry yet. I do have some cracking on the sides of it, but I still got to bring it in a little bit to make a round. So we're going to start off with this one. Get the bird control helmet on. Got a good edge on it. We'll try this. Try to get the sides of this round and then we'll get at the bottom of it, shore the bottom of it real quick. Although it might be easier for me to work around the bottom than fade my way into the sides. I don't know. feed all the way up your ass. What's up, Dan? How's it going, brother? What's up, Joseph? Fourth was pretty good. Joseph, how about you? Dan, I cannot believe it, but I really like that vacuum, man. I didn't think I would get excited over a vacuum cleaner, but man, that thing makes stuff real easy like. Alright, so as you can see, we've still got quite a bit of rounding to do on this. So I should be able to turn the speed up a little bit now. And get in there. Edges feel good on our gouge. Yeah, I like that. Get some pull down there because I've got a pretty good overhang there with my tool rest. But we'll refine that. Right now I'm mainly worried about trying to ease the sides up a little bit. Take the bottom wing and do some shear scraping. wobble. Let me check my stuff here.
What is wrong? What's wrong?
Don't like that. That bark's still holding moisture. But the grain in this is better than I actually thought it was going to be. I hope she doesn't like blow apart on me. Hit this with sharpener real quick. This compass, check it out. What's up, TS fan? Yeah, I guess it'd be a salad bowl. Why do I have so much of an inconsistency? I think my tailstock has came loose a little bit. It has, in fact. That would be our problem. We knock off this piece of bark because it's giving my tailstock room to play around in there. It's giving me a wobble. It's giving me an inconsistent curvature on the outside of it, which is kind of like the whole point of working with a lathe. So let's go back and round that out. A little bit better. Okay, that's coming out. And she's still fighting me, but I think we about got that part licked. Still gotta get that last little bit out of there of the bark. I'm not liking that in there. I'll lose a little bit of height on this overall, but I'm not really freaking out about that much.
Yeah.
What, buddy? Dude, that's really cool. Keep building. Get over there, okay?
Did you not look in the middle?
What's up, Tina? I like it, bro. Get over here.
That's what I have to say. We got a cat.
Alright. Now I want to see exactly where this bark is so I can crop that out of there. Okay, so start right about here. Work my way in. Big chunk of bark just flew off. I got a little bit left right there, and then I'll be able to shape that whole bottom. Yeah?
I made something underneath the head.
Alright, that's... Oh shit, I see that. That's cool, man.
How you rip it off and the red
I
thing?
like it. Get it over there, okay? So you don't get hit on this stuff.
Yeah, it'll make me die.
Yeah. Okay. Bark's gone.
Yeah, this one will be doing.
Yeah?
If you want to, I can make legs and stick them up there.
Well, bro, it's your clay. If you want to make legs, you make legs. I'm going to clean this up and I'm going to put the other tool rest on it.
Anyhow. Oh, I can
About to put my bowl gouge through my foot on that one. Set it up here for a second.
Oh, I have to open it.
Alright, so now
I don't know what that was.
I'm going to, I don't necessarily have to do this, but I want to. I'm going to swap out my tool rest for I just recently acquired some new tool rests, so I want to try those out as well. Yes, it'll definitely have a bigger opening. A vacuum, as you're talking about, right? I use the push vacuum thing for the big shavings on the floor with the extensions and all that. Works out pretty good. What, buddy?
If you look.
Huh?
Look.
That's cool, man.
I give him a rib cage.
You gave him a rib cage?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Because the Demogorgon grabbed them and ripped them open. And it feels like an actual rib. Sorry. It was on accident.
I know, that's why I haven't punched in the head yet.
I gotta make a purple-like thing so I can cover this up so Zoe and Mom can see when I take this apart.
Oh, look at that shit. Bring that up. I'll try this, see how it works. Kind of got a bit of a hang down all the way around it, but you know.
I need more purple. I wonder how I can get this. Let's go back there. Wait,
There we go.
You know how Stranger Things, the purple suit has a little tension purple?
Yeah.
And it blue?
Yeah.
I'm gonna add purple, a little pinch of blue. So that I gotta keep getting a shape.
By God, you totally should. See how that works on the curve on the bottom of this. Come over here and hit my bowl gouge on the CBN wheel real quick. Hey, stop smacking stuff, boy. Look at that. Look at that. Too high. Bring it down just a little bit.
See how it looks normal?
Yep. Stay over there so you don't get hit with this stuff.
Watch how it looks.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and knock this nub off so I can bring this tailstock in so the whole distance that the torque and rotation is spread out is not that far. Cool. I see it. Get it over, okay? must say CBN works wonders on spindle gouges. Yeah, it does. Alright, turn this off. Okay. I'm a nibby. Alright, so of course we need to clean this up. Definitely need to work on the bottom. Take the post. Just see how wild this is. No, she's not spinning real wild at all. Alright, we're going to move our tailstock back a little bit. We'll work on the bottom of that, shoring it up. There you go. And for this one, I'm going to use, actually, it's going to go through some of my tools. I haven't really been able to use a whole lot of because I hadn't had a sharpening system at the time. Tools are pretty good on that. Ah. Oh, you're good, buddy. So I want to kind of clean this up a little bit before you chuck it and all that good stuff. Bull gouge. Work on this lip, taking it back in. Don't push through. Let the wood feed itself onto the wing of the gouge. Get a smoother cut that way. And never go all the way over that top edge, pushing from this angle because you get tear out up there. Just come in from the back side of it. Take it all the way up to the very edge. Hold on, buddy. Dude, that's awesome. My favorite.
There's this wire inside.
Yeah.
So when you put it on there, it doesn't fall off.
Alright, take it over so you don't get a piece of walnut, alright?
It hurts.
You get brained, your mom's gonna come asking me questions. She's like, why'd you let it happen? She was asking for it. Alright, so next step on here is to cut our tenon on the bottom of this. So, try to catch up on the comments a little bit, guys. I promise I'm not ignoring you. I just got my phone in a weird angle. Yes, I got a Grizzly. I'm sorry. This is a Grizzly G0987. My family got it for me. A hell of a Father's Day present.
I used up all my money. For it. I used up all my money for it. It was $100.
I was thinking that with... No, I'm sorry. This is some found walnut. I actually got 5 or 6 logs of this. This is in no way nearly dry enough to make a finished bowl, so this will probably most likely be a turn twice bowl. I don't know. It depends on what it looks like when I get inside of it. But I got a little bit of tear out on the grain. Finally got some shape coming up to it. I am going to clean up the sides, but I need to put a tenon in here before I get too wild with it.
Dad,
And I now have my calipers down here on
I
magnets.
gotta go pee very quick.
You gotta go pee again?
I'm gonna pee.
Alright, I'll watch you go through the gate. Hurry up. Get to stepping, homie. Go, boy. Alright. He's in there. Sorry about that. That's what Jeff actually thought about hammering her out real thin and giving it the old microwave one too, just to say that I've done it and see how it goes. This is a little bit bigger bowl, so I'm a pretty big fan of my wood starter jaws, especially this big old behemoth. So I want to, where the hell did that cut come from? I want to get this a good pinch tenon on the bottom. I also want to leave a foot on it, so that's our inside diameter. I'll give it about another 2 mil. And that don't rob me that much of a foot. There's our foot. Set the calipers real quick. That's going to be the bottom of our tenon. Good pinch tenon. We're not going to use some mortise on this where it's wet. I don't want it to expand and spread apart. I'm trying to avoid that. I love the behemoth of a chuck jaw, bro. It's that big old son bitch. Alright, so I'm trying to speed up a little bit. This is going to put us right around $1,000. Hope this doesn't fly off here. I don't want to take all of my foot off. I'm going to dome this on the bottom and leave a hidden tenon. That's the plan anyways. Use that to dome out towards the foot. And then I'm going to get my super tiny spindle detail. I want to put the dovetail on there. I'm not gonna lie, I've had this thing forever, and since I've got the CBN wheel, this has probably became one of my favorite tools. Look at me, Jeffro. I'm trying to learn, buddy. I'm trying to learn, man. Go ahead and kind of give it the same treatment. On the outside of this lip, the actual foot of the bowl. Fade that around a little bit. What's up, Beer Grooves? How's it going, brother? So, yeah, that's in there. I don't want to mess with that anymore. I am going to hit this with a little bit of sanding paper because that fuzzy is getting on my damn nerves. Kids fit in my sanding drawer again. Back this up out the way real quick. Hey, hand me that silver thing down there.
This?
Yeah, keep your head back away from the lathe for it yeets you around the building. Alright, get back. Thank you much. Thank you, little tank.
You're welcome.
I know that's not a prime sanding, but at least it gets those fuzzies off there that were aggravating the hell out of me.
Yeah, there's something outside there.
Uh-huh.
There's something outside that looks like an organ from an animal.
It probably is an organ from an animal. Leave it alone.
I saw it and I walked up.
Yeah, I'd leave that shit alone, bro. Your mom been doing all that voodoo and stuff again.
No, she didn't do anything.
I'm telling you, your mom does voodoo. You just don't know it yet.
I just looked down and I saw it. It looked like a poop at first. I looked closer and I saw it. It was.
Okay, so yeah, we got a good gap in between all the jaws. That's mounted on there. Hey, stay in here.
You're getting dark.
Okay.
See?
I think you're just being a peckerhead at this point.
No. Okay.
I think you are. I think you are just a big gaping peckerhead.
No, I ain't.
Don't lie to me, boy. Alright. It'd be crazy if I had a wall to hang all this shit on, wouldn't it? There we go. That. Hey look, Jeff, I got one of them neoprene or plastic washers that you swear about. Think I was watching the channel all that time and not taking notes and shit? There we go. Move y'all back a little bit.
Dad, don't worry. This is not going to go on my set.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
It's just going to be like
Hey,
holding up.
you get back when I turn this on, alright? I don't want you to get hit with something. Okay. So, she appears to be spinning fairly true. I have no doubt that whenever I start touching this with this bowl gouge, it's going to get real stupid, so I'm going to slow it down. Grind into there and get a wicked gnarly pitch. Hit this again. Hey, stop doing that. Yeah, I just don't like the way they can sound when they're bouncing up and down rattling. Alright, so, believe it or not, I've been watching videos, trying to learn a little bit. I know that's not like me very much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shore up this top part of this. I'm going to check for any cracks or anything like that. And then we're going to cut a divot in the center. And then we're going to start hollowing from the outside. One where this is wet wood. you're gonna have extra weight on the outside of the rim, which should force a crack. And two, where it's a bigger bowl, the centrifugal force will be throwing outward because the outside of the bowl is moving faster than the inside of the bowl, and we want to kind of alleviate that if we need the extra weight. You know, you pee a lot for a kid your size. So. Little backhauling action going on there. Alright, now we're going to start working right about here. I am going to come over to my actual bowl gouge, and I'm going to try to step down the inside moving over. There we're rolling about a grand and 85. My big thing is, and I'm still working on this, is I'm trying not to rush this, to push this, because that's how you have mistakes and everything. As you can see, the wood's still kind of green in there in the middle, so it's not going to be a perfect bowl right off the rip. But I don't want to get it to this point and then have it blow up. What's up, Steve? How's it going, buddy? What is Jeff correct on here? I'm trying to catch up on some stuff here. Periodically check your chuck, yes. I don't know, Jeff or Joseph, but I think this is pressure treated. I don't know, it's a 6x6. I might try something with it here later, but we're gonna find out. I reckon we'll find out together. Damn, I love a CBM wheel. We're gonna leave that in the center. Move my pull rest back a little bit. Okay. Set this over the side for a minute. Get my... What, babe? Huh? I have not found the remote yet. It's almost like you're planning on coming out here and playing on play and not watching TV and tablets. Alright, so this is my square nose scraper. I always wondered why, like, Thomas Love used one of these on bowls, and then I figured it out. If you look at the edge of this, it's kind of angled upward, almost like a skew, but the profile on the edge is cut completely different, and that lets you kind of angle. One thing I did notice while doing that is the height of my tool rest system. Alright, come here, Kane. Let me look at you. Raise your head up. You good. Piece of dust. I got you out. Go over here. You good. Quit freaking out like that. So anyways, this is sloped at an angle this way, and then the bottom is cut at an angle this way. Square nose scraper, and as you can see, it really makes light work of that stuff, and you get some pretty good shavings off of it. What's up, Dan? What's up, Heidi? I just seen you in there. Alright, there's that. That's down to there. Let's see what we got going on here. Check our stuff, make sure we're not flying apart. Chuck's good. Got a bunch of fuzzies on the inside of here from working that scraper. We're about 1.25 inches in. So what I'm gonna do, probably way too small for that.
Dad,
What?
I dropped my blue clay under some rocks.
Well, I'm sure you'll find it, little dude. Chill out.
I can't find it.
I guess you're had then, Mir.
Huh?
You're had then, bro. You're cooked.
Next to have some.
You're cooked. Huh? Oh, you're cooked, bro. Or whatever the kids say these days.
Let them cook.
I don't think they say let them cook. They might. I could be wrong.
What I say?
Is it what you say? I guess that's all that matters, then, ain't it? Alright, where is my...
What do you need? Do you need my tiny screwdriver?
No, I don't need a tiny screwdriver. I need my wrench or my pliers. Give me just a second, guys.
What is really like?
Do what, boy?
Did you hear that pop?
I heard the sound of common sense leaving here.
I didn't turn my lid.
What?
I turned my lid.
What? What? What?
I turned my lid.
You are full of shit.
No, it is. Yes, I am.
Oh, I know
it
you
is.
are. There we go. Sorry about that. My tool, I kind of cracked up to pop those off the end of that.
The only thing that matters is to try your best.
Is that the only thing that matters? Hell yeah. Life lessons.
Can I have this?
No, you cannot have that styrofoam. Because one, it's noisy, and two, it's styrofoam.
What
You heard me, boy.
does?
Put it back up and stop. That's noisy. Put these off here before I move this. Let me run this. Watch out behind you. Watch out behind you. Don't care what anyone says. Still love that tool.
If I had enough burn, I would be able to make the knife for his head.
Well,
But I'm using it with.
I'm gonna get you into like a rehab clinic for this mind flayer stuff, dude. You're going off the chain with it.
You better buy me an action figure.
Suck it up, big boy. Alright, what's up, Amy? How's it going?
And baby.
Yep. If y'all could double tap that screen for me, it really, really helps me out a lot.
It does actually.
Oh, does it? Thank you for being a proud supporter of the algorithm, little buddy. I want to clean that rim up because that rim was getting on my nerves where it was all gnarly looking. And that just kind of shorted up a little bit. Let me see exactly how thick, how thin I'm going. Normal on these, I would take my carbide diamond tool and gouge a series of lines in this and then use the tool to hollow that out. That might be ultimately what it comes down to, but I'm trying to stick to strictly traditional tools on this just to be that guy. So, let me hit my spindle gouge with CDN wheel and we'll get right back into it. Okay, cool. We'll start establishing those steps in the center. We're not actually using the point of this, we're using this bottom wing and just doing small step cuts in there. And then we're going to work on the cleanup. Hey, chill out, man. And once you get back, stop pulling on that. You're going to cut yourself. Get back over there in case a piece of walnut comes off your head. I want you to get hit in the head. Look, that's a gnarly catch. That was 100% my fault. I was watching my kid instead of paying attention where I was putting that gouge. That could have been bad. Luckily for me, it wasn't. But we are making leeway like that. We're about halfway down. I got about another inch to go. Lower this down just a little bit. What, buddy? I don't think so. Didn't notice the chicken, the bottle opener. Alright. Okay. Swap that out for the little bit bigger bowl gouge, or I'm sorry, spindle gouge. Not really cutting there. I'm just cleaning out some of the nonsense that's in the way. Dance along the inside of it. And I'll tell you somebody that I've been watching here as of lately, and they don't get as much credit as I think they deserve. And he's a phenomenal turner. Is Kerry Connery. He's I believe from New Zealand. The guy is a total badass on a lathe for one, but he you can watch his video and enjoy it. It's not all about technique and craziness like that. He gives out hints and tips like that as he's going through it. But kind of like just going to your buddy's shop and having a conversation with him. It's pretty crazy. All right, so we are got about a ½ inch left in the bottom. I believe thinking getting some Alright. Yep, shop shades are nice. Get that out there. That don't need to be in there. Alright, so
The wizard has fun.
we're a little over a ½ inch in thickness there. We're definitely going to go thinner than that. I've got a crack starting to develop right here, so I am going to go ahead and handle that. Go ahead and give this a once over all the way around, looking for cracks and stuff like that. And so far, this side has been by far the worst.
This is pretty cool. Yeah.
Cool, man.
It
You
looks
hit my
like,
camera.
sorry.
Careful. I see it. That's really cool, dude. You got legs on it now.
No, those ain't the legs. It's supposed to make it look like it's
Oh, it's just supposed to make it look like it's floating?
Yeah.
Totally get it, man.
You know how he's a safe shifter in the movie?
Yeah.
Floats?
Makes sense.
That's why.
Get it, Pookie.
No wonder why the ground yellow.
I'm going to swap out this tool rest for this other rest while that's drying, because I want to take advantage of the double curves on this S-curve rest.
God, now it's gonna melt it onto there. These legs, I mean, these floaty things.
Give her hell, Jebediah.
Huh?
You heard me.
I hear you.
You heard me. Don't you come in here talking that nonsense in this shop, boy. Be careful.
Did you think I was gonna?
No, I thought that you were going to mess with it and have to get punched in the head on live TV. Put it down. It's super noisy. We're not playing with that right now.
Okay.
Hey, put it over now.
I'm gonna make chicken. I'm gonna make
Okay. It's always a plus, I reckon. Still spinning true. We're going to sand down the outside of this here in a minute. Take advantage of this. If I hold it the right way, because I'm an idiot. little bit more. Hey boy, stop that. Go over to a round nose. Clean up the edge on this. I'm gonna hit it with my deburring tool. That's what I'm talking about right there. Alright, give me just a second. Move this little tool holder I've made over here out of the way. Alright, get a swing on this thing. Hey! Stop, buddy. My tool rest has dropped a little bit. Making contact with the bottom of the bolt. I will video chat you here in a little bit, Michael Wilson, and I will show you how to do it, dude. It's way easier than I thought it was. And if you notice, I'm starting to get a little bit of tear out. Check this shit out.
He's going to do the fingerish face.
Take your tool and a burnishing rod, lay it flat on there. You want to work that burr out to where it's straight again. And then we go right back in and we get it straightened again. You don't have to sharpen it every single time. What up, Johnny? How's it going, brother? Oh, yeah, I'll show you guys that stuff here in a minute. My bad, Michael Wilson. My bad. Hit the bigger one with a little bit of a, actually, let's see where the kid ran off to, because he's a cross goblin. Manny! Huh? Alright. Make sure that little hoodlum's up. Alright, so we're going to go on to the French curve, asymmetrical, whatever. While we're at it, I'll take a break from the lathe for a second and I'll go ahead and check as this. Some of my people sent me this. This is a CB wheel that's mounted to the lathe. This little setup right here is actually super cool. This is for spindles and stuff like that if you want to use that. Kind of guides it. I went ahead and put a couple magnets on the bed to catch any kind of metal debris that would come off of here.
I need to cut some stronger wire for this.
Okay. You need to not be a goon for a minute. And then for all the only thing I've done on these is I came up and I found the exact angle that I wanted. Alright. I've got my lathe set on the lowest setting. Lowest speed setting. Yeah, give it here, man. I'll cut it for you real quick.
It's stuck to the wire.
Give it here. Give it here.
I can't cut it.
I know.
It's too hard.
I know. Because you don't listen. There you go.
Why is the camera facing that?
Because they gotta see what I'm doing over here, and you jumped in right in the middle of it. Alright, so, sorry, straighten that up. Gives it that edge, you get a burr on it, and then you just get back into chopping. So if we need to, we can catch this burr with the burnishing tool and get back into it, and that'll give us 3 or 4 goes on that one sharpen with our scraper. That is it, yeah. Looks like. Yeah, it's super easy, dude. Woo! Sorry. Walnut. This makes me sneeze like nobody's business. Alright, so our bottom thickness can go a little bit deeper, but before we get in there, I want to focus on rounding off this top edge a little bit and maybe thinning out these walls just a little bit. Damn, that looks pretty badass on camera, I ain't gonna lie. So, spin this around a little bit. Give this thing the appropriate love that it needs. Turn the speed down to about 8, 7, somewhere in there. Just dance around the outside of this. Got a little bit of a high spot right there. better. That was actually very slick. That made sharpening so much easier, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've got all the jigs and everything on my spindles and my bowl gouges. I sharpen freehanded. I've always sharpened freehanded. That comes from me sharpening on stones when I first started out. And man, it still just makes it so much easier. Like, it also comes with this plate. Slides on there for your spindles and your skews, or your roughing gouge and your skews. It's a very nice setup. Alright, so swing this thing around here a little bit. I gotta stop doing that. I keep loosening that every time I do that dumb shit. There we go. Right there. Spindle tool. Move this out the way. Just a bead over the edge. Damn it, didn't want to do that. How bad is it? Pretty fucking gnarly. Alright. I got overzealous. My bad. Look like that rim gonna be a lot thinner than we wanted it. Maybe it was supposed to happen like that. I don't know. Cause that plunge cut with that went super right. Bust out the scraper on the inside of this, see if that'll help me with that. I know this sounds stupid, but if you turn and you've ever turned, you'll understand what I'm saying. She sounds thin. Like you're getting that acoustic chatter down there where it was uneven, and I got this little bit of tear out. So we need to be super careful, and I do have some tear out up at the top, so I need to take care of that right off the rip. Stabilize that and do this. Get my little favorite tool, dance that over. Trick I learned from Jeff at 2 Minute Tips for Wood Turner. If you round off the top of the bowl or the top of the lip, it also gives it a thinner optical illusion to the bowl's thinner than what it is. I don't know if that's some woodshed voodoo that he dreamed up and he just told me about, and I drank the Kool-Aid and bought into it, but it surely as hell seems like it works. Alright, we need to clean up the inside of this a little bit. I don't want it touching the back side, but she's going to have to get in there a little bit because I'm going to have to run a scraper up this again. For this one, I'm going to go back to my smaller asymmetrical. Give this little doodad on the thing here. Got a good burr. Let's try her, see if she blows apart on us. I'm gonna go a little bit lower than that. That's about as low as I'm getting ready to go at. That's pretty bad. Good thing I can sharpen like a motherfucker now, right? Get my gouges I dropped, clean this up a little bit and see where we're at. We're gonna sand the living hell out of this, of course, but I think she's about where she needs to be. I see what you did there. Someday. I missed something here. What up? See what you did there someday. I like it someday. Everyone whack alike. I see what you did there now. Thank you for cueing me in on that, Dan. We do got a little bit of tear right there. Need to work on. Unfortunately, it's a pain in the ass. But nature of the beast when you're doing this kind of stuff, I reckon. A little more chatter right now. I don't like that. I don't want that in my bowl. Okay, it's gone. Get in there and sand this real quick, like. See how bad and gnarly the inside of this is. Yeah, I seen Chase made a video not too long ago. Wasn't really a video, it's kind of like a short. Him working on some windows. I was just happy to see that he's still upright, kicking, man. Two trenches on the inside of that I need to cut out. Right there, right there. Of course, they gotta be a pain in the ass. Turn the speed down. That about bounced right my big ass. Alright, we're going to take the bigger one of our asymmetrics. We're going to use our hand on the outside of the bowl for support. I'm going to try not to bump you all with this long ass tool. Hand gets kind of warm, so take breaks as needed, I reckon. This stuff that's coming off there is just real thin stuff. I think that about cured it. Just check and see real quick. Yeah, it did. Much better. Move that out of the way real quick like. Ugh. I feel like somebody beat me up, Paul. Out the way. Get back in here with some sanding paper. I got my little what looks fancy, Joseph? What's up, Chris Summers? How's it going, man? Okay, yeah. A little bit of love I need to give it on the outside here. Dan, I was doing the same thing, and you probably know this way more than I do. You got to put the turning force at the very bottom of them. And that's the only way I can get it to do it. And on the inside, the force has got to be on the bottom of it too. That's the only way I can get it to work. That might even be the wrong way to do it. I don't know. I will say it's one of the least favorite tools in my shop, and that's weird because I love sanding. Okay. Let me give it some love back here on this back edge. No, I really love sanding, dude. Like, that's my thing. That's my jam. I hate staining and painting with a passion. Alright, there's that. Just to be a total douchebag. Be one of the so-called purists. Okay, yeah, I'm not complaining. Alright, so, for the sake of all things ignorant, I'm gonna hit it with some friction polish or friction paste. Just see how it does. Abrasive paste, you know. Give her some love right there. Get that grape drink. See, bim sim bim. Just dancing side to side. Michael Wilson, you figure out the lock on that homemade abrasive paste. You better holler at your American brother from another mother. Because I go through that stuff like it's going out of style. Yeah. We're gonna have to give it some love. By love, I mean fuck ton of shellac. We'll let this dry for a couple of days. If I put it in the microwave in my house, the wife's gonna kill me. It's just, we're not gonna beat around the bush on that. So I'm gonna let it dry for a couple of days. If I get any cracks or anything like that, which I most certainly probably will, I'll fill them with epoxy, some kind of colored resin. Just work with what nature's given me. Turn this down. Give you a rocket pop of death here. Sure does make it pretty, Jenny. Paint this on here. Probably give it 2 or 3 coats. And for the sake of having an audience in here, I'm gonna heat it up with some paper. See what she looks like. I'll keep you guys posted if she cracks or not, of course. Was able to leave some of the fat wood on the outside edge here, which I think just kind of gives a little bit more character. A lot of guys will cut that out immediately. I've never really had anything against it. I'm a pretty big fan of contrasting colors. Not a painter. I'll remove this, let that do its thing. I'm going to turn it on low and let it dry. Give it a love. Some paper towel. 125 likes in here. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Michael. This is actually my first pocket full of sawdust. Fog turning. With some big ass walnut logs. I chopped them down. Probably not as dry as they should be. But I just want to see how they hold up. I never really turned wet wood before. I've always been very privileged and had a hellacious sponsor, Brad from Got Wood LLC. Use the code WHACKER, WHACKER, for your discount. It's always hooked me up with some fat ass wood. So like I never discounted it for like, you know, anything like that. But I also never really watch me work my hose. I think the bottom of it might be full already. I don't know. Not so much the big pieces I worry about. It's the walnut dust. Because trust me, it's really weird being a woodworker and walnut dust kicking your ass. Alright, and give her a tug. There, so I still got you for a little bit. She getting dry. Shellac is anyways. Clean paper towel. Not doing too much. Yeah, bye. Now we're looking at finished love. Yeah, it's a 20-liter dust bin on the bottom of it. So, I mean, it's obviously not meant for sucking up gigantic piles of stuff, but it does keep the dust off of my my lathe bed. And if you guys don't know, walnut is extremely corrosive for metals and stuff. I didn't know that either. A little bit of the 2-minute tips for wood turner special here. Feed and wax. Yep, 20 liters. In freegan units, that's 10 2-liter bottles of Mountain Dew. Look at my arms. Every time I turn walnut or oat, it's like as soon as it hits my skin, I get this black crap all over me. Trash can. You don't love the trash can. That purple's right. Alright. See how I feel about it. Fat wood in there, so got a little bit of color differences inside of it. Not perfectly round, but I totally expect to, or not perfectly bold, but I totally expect to have to come back in and do a twice turn on this. So there's a chunk of walnut turned into a bowl, I reckon. But I totally expect it to come here and turn it twice. So we're going to set this over here, pile of other stuff. I'm going to get my drill. Chunk of cedar here that will most likely blow apart and kill me. I'm going to eyeball it. I think that's the center. There she is, Billy. Took a shit, Billy. One thing I do like to do before I go, I'm going to use the shellac one. My kid jacked my brush. Oh shit. I used to get all kinds of gunk build up in my threads. So every once in a while, I like to go in there on the new lathe and kind of give them a once over, inspect the threads. If there's any funk in there, make sure it leaves indiscriminately. Do I think that's center? 100% not. Do I care? 100% not. Is she probably going to be off balance as hell? But I got a birth control helmet. Okay. Move that. Move that. Bring this son of a bitch up here. Oh, gotta lock it first, dummy. wobbly wobbly. Not as bad as I thought. Not as bad as I thought. I thought it'd be way worse than that. She's probably gonna fly apart like damn hand grenade when I get cut on her. Bird control helmet, initiate. What's up, Roy? Alright. Big old fucking bow gouge. Get sketchy. Unlike the other piece of wood, this piece of wood is actually dry. You all seen that big ass vampire killer that flew off there? The wooden stake. And another. And another. And another. Right, so yeah, we're just really chopping a lot of air at this point. We haven't got to working on this side over here. So I'm going to expedite this process because it's fairly round right now. I'm going to start rounding out from the bottom. Bring that in a little bit so we don't get that overhang and that real hard to catch. That could hurt. like this. Give her a little sharpie sharp. Okay, so she's getting rounder. Not exactly where we want her to be yet, but she's getting rounder. I do need to clean up the bottom of this, and then I'll be able to turn the speed up a little bit. Yeah, fuck it, we're going to turn the speed up now. No, we're not. We didn't like that. Keep our fluid at 10 o'clock. As much as you can anyways. Alright, see how bad off we are. Still need to give it some love. For that, I'm going to yank out the old big girl spindle gouge. Okay. Trying to decide because we still got a little bit flat right there, a little bit flat right there, and then we got that growth right there from the cedar where it went in. I don't know if we're gonna leave that in there or cut that out. Yes, this word is talking back like nobody business. Okay. Hell with it. Let's get in it. I know that cut isn't going all the way out of there yet, but she's getting close. All right. Yeah, it's also showing a lot more of that grain, so I'm cool with that. I'm gonna run another bead up the outside of it. I'm gonna bring my tool rest in just a wee bit, so I don't get that crazy overhang. Alright, enough dicking off. I think our cut's out of there. It is. Alright, so we got the knot from the branches. We're going to round this off on the bottom. The way I can put the little socket on there. We're going to round off the top. We're going to make this kind of look like the old rimmed kettle bowl looking things. So I want to I don't give a shit what you say. Cedar ribbons are always pretty. Okay. I want to remove this little nub here on the bottom. Bust out the spindle for that. Yeah. Lock that in there. $153 likes. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. No, it's not flaming box elder. It's a cedar. Had a big log of this stuff. Still got majority of 3 logs out in my backyard. That was not intended. I want to bring this foot in just a little bit. We do have a crack there, so I'm going to go ahead and hit that with some CA because it will be on my foot. Stay, Billy. All right. Boys. Just fucking eyeballed her into submission. Convex bottom. I'm going to round this edge off just a little bit. Not nothing crazy. Give the outside a little bit of love. Want a gradual slope in there. I don't want any stop lines or transition lines. like that. Neck up here at the top of it. Bring it all down a little bit. I want to put a lip, so I need to come in here. Just shore that up so I see exactly what I'm working with. And then right here, just the slightest. The beats. Just like that. Go around here and clean this up a little bit. Get a little love here on the bottom. And I got a little bit of tear out up top, so that's going to be a no bueno. Look like she's going to be more of a hollow form than anything. So let's get in here, clean this up. Widest point in the bowl right there. Little scraper. Right there at the top, upper middle. Kind of had to change our design on the fly here. But as always, we're pretty good about making things work. Get this off here. My favorite tool so far, other than my skew. That's in there. Give this a little bit. Go. Hit it with some sandpaper. Thank you. Oh, shit. I said hollow for him. Benjamin Winkle gonna pop around the corner of the damn arm throttle here in a second now. Okay, so I do have some tear out right there. I don't like it. I don't like that a bit. I think the correct name for these are like inertia sanders or something like that. I'm not real like super impressed with them. That is better. That is better. Good Lord. Alright, so get my chuck. Key. Good. Go on, Billy. Alright, so Christ on a cross. There we go. Figure cedar would be way easier to turn than the damn walnut. This thing's fought me the whole damn way. Alright. If you guys are new in here, please consider subscribing. Helps the channel out a lot. I'm getting a little bit closer to 7,000. Check out the sponsor, Got Wood LLC, also known as turningblanks.net. Use the code WHACKER, WHACKER. Get a discount. We've also got another primary sponsor, Strong Ink Pens. Put the whack and check in your checkout notes. They'll hook you up with a free gift. And if yeah, well, that's what we're gonna leave that right now. Got a little bit of a crack right here. I don't like that. But other than that, she looks pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. That purple from that cedar is looking banging. We are going to hollow this out. Yeah. Plus, I haven't went over and emptied my dustbin on my vacuum yet. Plus, got the snow shovel here later to get the damn. I don't need to do that. Okay. Turn you down a little bit, Billy. Put you over here. Gotta drop her up for a bit. Back seat. All right, Mr. Wilson. Love you, brother. Be careful. Bring it down a little bit. Oh, shit. Alright, so that's the bottom of our worm screw. See where we are here. I know we're not deep enough yet, but this isn't a super deep form, so we kind of got to be a little careful with it. Get up there before I lose it in the mountain of sawdust. Okay, let's see what we got here. I do have a break around the foot. And it's right there where I had that series of breaks earlier. This is the way I can check, and we don't give a shit, so we're going to get back into it. Let that dry real quick like. We're going to chuck her up, because we don't have a whole lot left in there. Ugh. But we are going to be smart enough to turn the speed down a little bit. Down with that for a minute. I think the bowl gouge was too aggressive. So we're just going to go to something equally as aggressive.
Okay, she's rounded off a little bit. Not as much as I wanted her to be in the bottom, but she's getting there. There's one bottom. It can be a fickle piece of shit sometimes, I ain't gonna lie. But I love the color scheme of cedar, especially the natural colors. A little bit of an island in the bottom there. We got around the outsides of it, make sure we don't have nothing crazy going on. We got some glue out there, that's what I was feeling. The inside of it's round, it's fairly smooth. We're gonna sand it and then we're gonna finish this thing up. Now, one thing I did notice when I was looking at it from the outside, that rim is boring as shit. I don't want a boring rim. I think that's much better for that. Shoot, y'all ain't gotta do that, brother. Hope you guys are having a blast down there in Stearns, man. I gotta watch some of your videos in between the storm hitting and everything. Looked like you guys were tearing it up. What's up, Johnny? How's it going, brother? Now, we could totally just let this ride, sand off the outside of it, and be done with it. But I think that putting some burn lines contrasting in here around maybe this lip right here in the center would kind of church it up a little bit. I do want to sand it and see what it looks like before I go and do that though. What's up, Jerome Hutchins? She's getting smooth. Still got that in there from the glue, which kind of pisses me off. Change out our pad, put a new pad on here. This one's about 8 to dip. Sim out of him. Let's see what we got here. She looking lovely. All right. All right, get off me. Okay. Move this up out the way here real quick like. Turn the speed down. Johnny, I'm loving this life, dude. Things amazing. All right. there's that. See what it looks like. And we got all the colors in there. Here's some of the abrasive. Get away, little fly. Okay. Come on, give me up to 200 likes, man. I got about 5 minutes left in this stream. Had a phenomenal 4th of July, man. Set that there for a minute. Make that to the bottom. Put a shine on that bitch. Hold on, man. We ain't done yet now. That looks pretty damn good, I might say so myself. But I still got to finish the bottom. So what I'm going to do, throw my fucking abrasive paste right towards the ground, just hurdle it at the speed of light, and then put some paper towel up there. I'm not going to be cutting on this. I'm going to do some very light sanding. And that should keep it secure long enough for me to clean up the bottom of that. It's a very nice piece, especially being made from cedar. Last time I turned cedar in alive, I got it in my eyeball. I had to go to the hospital, get my eye douched out and all that. So this is a very nice change of pace. She's wobbling like a heifer. That's probably why. Much better. Joseph, brother, you ain't got to do that, man. I appreciate the hell of it, though. But you definitely ain't got to do that. I think Joseph was my first channel member. Let's hit this with this. some of that. A little color in this racing too, so I can match the finishes up. Definitely don't want to half-ass the finish. Thank you, brother. It means a lot to me. Alright, so let that set for a minute. We're going to burn that off with some friction, and then we're going to put the feed and wax on it, same way down the bottom. I'm going deaf in my left ear. I got a blockage or something. I know that I'm yelling, and I'm sorry about that. Puts a wee bit of a shine on her. We're going to come over here. We're going to get our feed and wax. We're going to give her the old pretty outside that we gave the rest of it. Look at her go, Bobby. Look at her go. Alright, bring you up here up top for the reveal. On top of the old big ass Grizzly motor head there. Set you right there. Don't you argue with me, Thelma. Kept the deep purples. The inside of it is actually pretty clean. Put the finish all the way around it. Down here on the bottom, I just now noticed that whenever I was bringing it up here to you guys, I do got a little bit of glue left on the surface. But not a nice little, or not a bad little bowl. And then up here on this monstrosity, it hasn't started cracking yet. Can dwarf it. So, yeah. Get this thing up here real quick. Oh, goodness. See, every time I work with walnut or oak, I get this black stuff on my arms. I think it's from the tannins. I don't really know. I know it's a pain in the ass, though. I'm deaf in my left ear. Holy shit. Shoops y'all having bad. It's supposed to storm here today. Alright. 2 kitchen table pieces. Right, with that being said, y'all, thank each and every one of y'all for coming and hanging out on this Sunday. I try to do it around 11, 11:30. It's right about the time some people are getting out of church if you hit the early service and all that cool stuff. I got black stuff all over my face. Good thing I'm going to get a shower. Please like, subscribe, check out the channel. I do this every Sunday. I will not be on here this Sunday. I will be out of town on vacation. Hells yeah. My big ass going to the beach. But I'm sure that Steve and the other phenomenal badass turners on here will keep you guys busy with lives. Please subscribe to the channel, all that stuff. Consider becoming a member. You don't have to if you don't want to. Check out my sponsors, Strong Ink Pens, and my big sponsor, Gotwood LLC, also known as turningblanks.net. Go in there and you put the code WHACKER, WHACKER, in the description. They'll hook you up with a discount. If you put the Whackin' Shack in your checkout notes on strongink.com, they will hook you up with a free gift. So, oh, my wife's in here. Oh, yeah, she's sniping on Michael Wilson. Your Highland ass is getting ready to get it. But other than that, please consider becoming a member. Subscribe if you can. Hit the like button. Let me know. Other than that, I will be back not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. Maybe throughout the week sometime. I don't know. But this Sunday Spunday will not be a thing. I don't think next Sunday Spunday will be either. Depends on when we get back. But I promise, when I get back, all that'll make it worth y'all's while. Hopefully by then my strong ink shipment will be in and we can get on with it. Other than that, it's hotter than hell. Peace, love, God bless. Wear deodorant, hydrate. I'm out. Later.